9,500 very shortly, and that's what we're doing exactly, right? The current price of BTC is just about 97.50, and then I think we hit like a 97.88, but the current price is just about like a 97.50, right? 97.50 on Bitstamp, right? So it could be lower on Binance, just about 96. Today's date is just about 6/20/2019, right? June 20th, and current price of BTC just about 97.50, just about 10:30 p.m. right? 10:30 p.m. So let's get it started, right? So we talked about it last time, right? Bitcoin going to 9,500, but I got like three indicators, right, confirming like Bitcoin is headed to 20K very shortly, right? So the first indicator is just about the these two moving averages, right? 13 and 33 weekly MA, and then the second one going to be the 600 and then the 50, and then the third one going to be the 600 and then the 150, right? Somebody mentioned the 600 and then the 150 on a Telegram group, so I just wanted to cover it also, right? So let's get it started with the weekly 13 and 33, right? So when you take a look at the weekly these two moving averages, right, last time they crossed over, that was back in for a bullish crossover, right? So that was back in like 2015, right? September 2015. That was at the very bottom, right? So you can go back and on TradingView and check it out, right? So that was like a late October, early October, late September, right? So we get in the same exactly clean crossover, and these moving averages, like they don't change direction like from 1 month to another, right? So once you see like a crossover, is it is going to last at least like a 6 months. So you can see like this bearish crossover just about this area back in like April 2018. So we got another crossover like April 2019. So it's gonna last at least for another 6 to 12 months, right? So BTC is extremely bullish, guys. I said it back in on April 23rd, guys. April 23rd, right? I got the video just about this area. BTC was just about 5,500. I said BTC is extremely bullish, and then it is Bitcoin even look more explosive than what you think, right? Target 10K. That was like April 23rd to 2019, guys. So that was 2 months ago. I said BTC, we said like BTC going to a 10K, guys. So we talked about this target of 10K 2 months ago. So the next target is 20K, and then we got three indicators, right? The first indicator is just about the 13 and 33 moving averages, right? So let's move on to the next moving average. The next one gonna be the 600 and then the 50, right? So let's take a look at the 600 and then the 50. So that would be 600. Do that. 600 and then 50. And then it is weekly, not daily, right? These moving averages, they crossing over the on a weekly basis, right? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like on the daily I have to use like 600, but on the on the 13 and 33 it was a weekly. So let's take a look at the daily time frame. So you take a look at the daily time frame, right? You see this crossover, right? Just about this area, right? You can see the 50 and then the 600, right? If you go back in 2015, right? If you go back in 2015, you can see like we got the same exact crossover, right? So, and then after the crossover, we don't see like any other crossover like till the top of the bull run, right? So you can expect like BTC to get another crossover, after we hit like at least like $370,000 before you can see like another crossover, right? Because it's gonna last like forever before you see like BTC like we're gonna get like another bearish crossover just about this area of 6K like late November, right? So I think that was like early November. That's when we dropped from like a 6K like down like to you know 3100, right? So BTC is extremely bullish. So that's the second confirmation, like, you know, we're heading like to a $370,000 BTC, you know, in the next 2 to 3 years, right? 2 to 4 years basically. So the next crossover we're going to talk about is just about 600 and 150. So okay, the next crossover we're going to talk about, you know, this crossover, we don't have it yet, but it is most likely, you know, we're going to get this crossover, right? Because you got to think about it. We already got the 50 and then, you know, crossing the, you know, the 600. So that crossover is not going to, you know, make a U-turn anytime soon. So as long as we got that 50, like, you know, moving, you know, to the upside, the 150 going to be getting closer to the 600, right? Because you got to remember 150 is faster than 600. So most likely we're going to get this crossover. So BTC is extremely bullish, guy. If you miss like the 600, not 600, but 3100 level, most likely, you know, you still can buy some cheaper BTC at, you know, 10K. 10K is still like cheap, guys. So you take a look at this crossover just about this area. That's last time we seen like a you know, bullish crossover, and then you take a look at this pattern. It is the same exact pattern we making right now, just about this area, right? So let me just circle it, it'll be easier. So you take a look at this pattern, just about this kind of like a circle you got, you know, in this area. You come back just about this area. That's basically what we're getting right now, right? So that's what we attempting to make, right? So it is extremely bullish, guy. BTC is heading like to 20K very shortly, and I think like we're gonna get 20K this summer very shortly, sometime in, you know, late July, you know, early August, right? We could be headed like to 20K. People are sleeping, man. I think like people are still sleeping, waiting for 2K. So if you think like BTC is gonna drop 80% again, right? 80% again. I want BTC to drop 80%. So, but if you think like BTC gonna be dropping 80% again, guys, you gotta think about it. How low altcoin going to go? So most of these alt, right, like NEO, you know, ZILLIQA, you know, even Ethereum, some of them, they're like more than, you know, 80% down, right? And 97% down, right? So you gotta think about it, right? So you take a look at Nano. Nano is still like 96% down. So if Bitcoin drop another 90% to the downside, you know, I mean, I can imagine like how, you know, how low those are gonna be. So keep that in mind, right? So we got 3 confirmation. Bitcoin is heading like to $370,000, you know, the next bull run. And then I'm going to talk about next live stream why, you know, we're going to be headed like we're going to a $370,000, because we got like clear confirmation and clear like a extension tool, you know, showing like the next peak going to be 360 to $370,000 BTC within the next 3 to 4 years, guys. Within the next 3 to 4 years. People are still sleeping, guys. People are still sleeping. So you missed the bottom. We talked about the bottom, just about this area. You know, when we were making this inverse head and shoulder, you know, most people were calling for 2K BTC. I was calling for 10K BTC, guys. 10K BTC. We're almost at 10K. So people are still sleeping. So I also wanted to talk about the weekly RSI. When you take a look at the weekly RSI, right? So if you go back like just about this area, right? When we got this crossover, right? You know, between the you know, 150 and 100, right, on the daily. But on the weekly, you take a look at this shape on the RSI, right? This V shape. That's what we're attempting to make just about this area. So you take a look at it. BTC is extremely bullish. We're not even like, you know, at the top of the you know, just about this area. The previous high on the RSI, just about 70, 79 to 80, right? We just about like 74. So can you imagine like if BTC, you know, get back like to a 79, 70 on the weekly, 79 to 80 before, you know, getting this divergence, right? So BTC is extremely bullish, right? Extremely bullish. And then you go back to the daily. We talk about this U shape, right? This not U shape, but this V shape, inverse head and shoulder on the RSI, right? We talked about this inverse head and shoulder before, you know, it happened. Like last time BTC was just about this area on the 18th, right? So we said like BTC gonna make this inverse head and shoulder just like that, right? Just like that. We said it exactly. It's going to come back to the neckline. It's going to break it, and then most likely we're going to be headed to 92 to 95, right, in that range. I haven't changed the pattern, right? So that's what we got. So the reason why we say like BTC going to make this pattern, because we got the same exact pattern just about this area, right? Same exact pattern. You can take a look at it, right? You got this move just about this area, just like that, right? We say BTC going to be making the same exact move. You can take a look at it. It is the same exact pattern, guys. Same exact pattern. So it doesn't matter how you look at it. If you want to look at it like in the bigger picture, you can also take a look at this, right? You can take a look at this right shoulder, right? You got your right shoulder right here, right? Same exact move, right? So let me change the color. That's the left shoulder. You got your right shoulder just about this area, and then you got your right shoulder just about this area. So you're looking for this length right now. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for this length, this move right here. So you're looking for BTC to make another move up to this area, like just about like 90 to 93, right? Just let's say 90 to 93. So we could get a divergence. It might not get like to 90, but you know, basically what I'm trying to say, like, you know, we're gonna make a big move to the upside. We're gonna make a big move to the upside, guys. I said it like a long time ago, even before BTC like you know, started to make the U-turn. I said it like on the 18th. That's like 2 days ago, guys. 2 days ago. So BTC is extremely bullish, guys. It is extremely bullish. So back in April, I said BTC was 99% bullish, but right now BTC is 99.99% bullish, guys. So keep that in mind. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So I think that's all I wanted to cover regarding BTC. Let's see. I also wanted to cover like you know, where do I think the price of, you know, why do I think like the price of BTC could be headed like to $370,000, right, within the next 3 to 5 years, right, 3 to 4 years. Because you take a look at it, right, the 200 moving average. When you take a look at the 200 moving average, right, take a look at the weekly 200 moving average, right? So we bottom just about the at the 200 moving average, right? So just about 3100, right? You take a look at it, just about this area, right? And people were looking for this type of, you know, bottom formation, guys, but they're not paying attention. They're slipping. So you take a look at it. We got the same exact move, right? So we got the same exact move. This double bottom, right? So you gotta think about it, right? It took us like almost like 4 years, right, to get back to the of course, like 200 moving average. 4 years. So it's like you gotta think about the next 4 years, right? The next 4 years, you know, you gotta imagine where the this 200 moving average is going to be, right? So, and if you take a look at the factor, at this time we bottom like just about 230, right? So 230 to 3100, it is almost like a, you know, 12x, right? 12x. So you gotta think about it, right? If you 12x 3100, so if you 3100, you are most likely gonna get you know, 3600, right? Not most likely, but you're gonna get about like 36,000. So within the next 5 years, this 200 moving average is gonna be, you know, at $36,000, right? $36,000. So you could be like expecting like, you know, BTC at least, right, to be, you know, just about like a, you know, $360,000, you know, because $36,000 going to be like, you know, 90% of you know, $360,000, right? So keep that in mind, guys. BTC is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say, because, you know, this 200 moving average is going to be moving very fast, right? Very fast. And then you can expect like the price of the next 200 moving average to be like 12 times the current price of the bottom, at 12 times the, you know, the price of the bottom, right? So keep that in mind. 3100 times 12x, right? So keep that in mind. BTC is extremely bullish, guys. Nothing bearish about BTC. There is nothing bearish about BTC, guys. Nothing bearish. So keep that in mind, guys. BTC to 20K. That's all I wanted to cover. Very short live stream. Talk about these 3 moving averages. Confirming like a BTC is, you know, in a bull run. So, but most people, you know, waiting for 2K. Hopefully we're gonna get it, but the chart is not calling for 2K BTC. That's it for today. I hope you guys find the content useful, and then most likely in the next 2 to 5 years you're not gonna be like, why I didn't buy BTC at 10K. So let me take a look at the chat room very shortly to see if you guys have any questions before I move on, right? Hey, what's up, Peanut? Hey, what's up, BMW? So if you guys, want to take a look at any market very shortly, maybe Ethereum, something like that, we can take a look at it before I call it a day. And then just to give you like a heads up, right? So why BTC is going to like a $370,000, right? Because you gotta think about it, right? We on every bear market, after every bear market, right? Bitcoin usually like get a 18.618 extension, right? So if you take a look at it, right? So if you take a look at it, just about this area. If you take a look at it, the first bull run just about this area, right, to the next peak just about this area, it is 18.618 extension. So that's the first bull run. And then if you take a look at the 2015 bull run also, to the not 2015, but this bull run just about this area, right? So you take a look at it, it is also another 18.618 extension. So we got 18.618 extension, just about like 20,000 guys, 20,000. So if you take like another 18.618 extension of the 2017 bull run from top to bottom, right? From bottom to top, just about this area, to the top, to the current price of BTC, just about this area. It is the next 18.618 extension going to be just about $370,000 BTC, guys. $370,000 BTC. I said this like back in October, guys. Back in October, if you go and check my trading view, you can find like BTC going to $370,000. And I said like you could be accumulating anywhere between like $4,000 to $3,000, anywhere in that range. If you like it doesn't matter. Like if the bottom was like $1,000 BTC, 2,000. The next 18.618 extension still going to be in the $369,000, right? Even at the bottom was like $2,000, even at $1,000 bottom, the next peak going to be like $360,000, guys. So it doesn't matter like at what price point you're going to be buying, right? So you gotta think about it. Even if you buy like a BTC at 10K right now, you're still looking for another 4,000% gain, guys. 4,000% gain. So that's it, guys. That's it. The BTC is on a bull run, so hopefully we all not gonna miss it. So let's take a look at XRP very shortly. I think XRP is going to a $50 to $75 next bull run. So on the current bull run, we're already in the bull run. So XRP is going to a $50 to $75, right? So you take a look at XRP. Let's take a look at the daily. Take a look at XRP, right? I said like XRP is going for another 70% move to the upside, right? So most people are not paying attention. Today is June 20th and 2019, right? So XRP is going for a 70% move to the upside. That's what I said exactly. So keep that in mind. I'm looking for a $63 to $70 XRP very shortly. We got a nice corrective move just about this area, right? Just like BTC, right? BTC just made a corrective move, and then like when BTC was like 72 to 74. I said like we're gonna double bottom just about 72 to 74, and then we're gonna head to we're going to be headed to 95 to 9700, right guys? So I said it, you know, when BTC was 7,000, most people were looking for 5k. So XRP is doing the same move, and then we're gonna get like a 70% move to the upside, another flat correction, and you know, we most likely going to like $1.50 to $2. So I don't see like XRP like moving very fast until BTC hit like a, you know, at least 20k, right? And then the rest of the market can, you know, enjoy the you know, the bull market. So but I don't see like altcoin going up like crazily to the upside, you know, until BTC hit like a, you know, 20k. So keep that in mind. 20k with like a 65% dominance. You're looking for like a 500, you know, 500 billion market cap. We're still below 800 billion market cap. You know, even if like BTC is at 20k, we're still going to be below 800 billion market cap. So BTC is extremely bullish, and then we got so much momentum to go to the upside, right? So keep that in mind. BTC is extremely bullish. So hey, what's up, Spencer? So also let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is could be headed to a 600 very shortly. I said that like when Ethereum was like below 200, guys. So you take a look at Ethereum, right? So we said like Ethereum going to be making this move, this 70% move, right? And then it is going to be just about like $400. That's what we said like last time. Ethereum was just about like 220, guys, when we said that, right? 220. We say Ethereum is going to $400. So flat correction, you know, Litecoin give us the blueprint, guys. It's not a secret. All these moves, Litecoin already made it versus BTC. So Litecoin went up like 6x, I think 7x, right? Expect BTC to go 7x from the bottom, which is $21,000. So most people are sleeping, man. They're sleeping. So, but expect like Litecoin at least like also like to hit like 175 very shortly. So very shortly, guys, very shortly, because BTC is going up, Litecoin is not going down versus BTC very hardly. So you can expect like at least Litecoin to, you know, go up like 50 to 75% up, right? If BTC goes like to a BTC go 100% move, make a 100% move, right, to 20k, you can expect like at least Litecoin to go like a 50 to 75% move. So make a 50 to 75% move. Keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. You know, that's a Ethereum $400 next move. So we're gonna be moving sideways before we like go to $600. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Let's take a look at Litecoin just about this area. So you take a look at Litecoin, Litecoin US. I don't like to take a look at Litecoin USD. Let's take a look at Litecoin BTC, because Litecoin BTC is the true blueprint, man. I said it back in like back in April, guys. You know, Litecoin is the blueprint. So I said it. Litecoin made this, you know, flat correction just about this area. That's a flat correction you want to look for. Ripple, Ethereum, and BTC. So, and then we got this 70% move to the upside, and BTC, you know, got that 70% move to the upside, and it is making the same exact, you know, flat correction. You got to think about it. Litecoin went up 7x from the bottom, right? $22 to like a, you know, almost like 150, right? That's 7x, right? So Bitcoin, you know, going to be making 7x from 3,100, you know, to $21,000. So people are just sleeping, guys. People are just sleeping. They're just sleeping, guys. They're just sleeping. We also hit our target, you know, from Litecoin just about this area. You know, these two parallel lines. Bitcoin is moving to the upside. Definitely Litecoin going to drop down to retest these areas, just about like a 0.035. So right, 0.0135. So it's not a big deal. So, but the dollar value of Litecoin is still going to be going up. So, but it's not going to be dropping very bad. So, hey, what's up, Alan? Yeah, I remember you talking about track. Sorry, man, you got wrecked. Track BTC. I haven't followed track BTC though. I want to take a look at it, maybe origin trend. Yeah, I mean, track still at the bottom, man. The whole market is the whole market like basically altcoin, right? They making like a very nasty drop to the downside. Not nasty drop to the downside, a very nasty drop, right? So I don't see like any reversal pattern so far, right? The only thing you can expect, like just like a pump, right? You could expect, like, not expect, but you can get like a surprise pump, right? Just like a 50 to 75% move to come back, like just about like a May 1st prices, just about this area. So because you gotta think about it, most alt, they went back like to May 5th to May 1st prices, right? So you could get like a small pump, let's see, it would be like a 200% pump, right? So you could get that pump, but I don't see like any reversal pattern for track, so origin trail, right? So but I don't see any reversal pattern. You just have to let it drop. So just have to let it drop just like that, right? It's going to be nasty, but and then we're going to be moving sideways, and then you can be picking up some just about this area, but I don't see like any reversal pattern. It's the same pattern on the Walton, right? WTC BTC. WTC BTC, I said like WTC BTC going to be dropping in this area. That was like a month ago, guys. That was like when May 31st, right? Just by this area. That was May 24th, right? So I said like WTC going to be dropping in this area, just at 1.27, right? That's where we can expect like a WTC to be dropping, because I got that on my trading view. So let me see. WTC BTC. It's moving slow, but I got that on my trading view. So no, it's just about this area. Somebody like to sell. So Walton continuing correction, right? So that was like a May 28th. So you take a look at it, just about this area. I said like Walton gonna be dropping 40% to the downside, guys. So take a look at it. We're still like dropping below this yellow target, right? So we could be dropping further, but you just have to wait for a sideways correction before you can expect like some big move to the upside, right? So but right now we're not getting any confirmation for altcoin to be reversing. So we had a chance just about this area to reverse, but Osnas Walton broke I think like 25,000 in that range. I was like, that's it, man. I don't want to see Walton be dropping below 25,000. So keep that in mind, guys. If you guys want to talk about any other market, we can talk about it. Otherwise, we're just gonna summarize BTC very shortly, because I know some of you guys don't like the long live stream. So that's exactly what we said. We got this flat correction, another flat correction, another 70% move to the upside, right? 12K next target, right? 12K next target. So, but the medium term target is 12K is the next target, but the medium term target is 20K, 20 to 21, guys, this summer. And I think we're gonna hit like a 20K BTC, because we talked about BTC hitting like a when BTC was like 3,600, guys, we were getting like a very nasty drop, guys, very nasty drop. Everybody was calling for 2K, and I said like we're not gonna be dropping below 38.83, because that time the Trololo trend line was at 38.83, right? And then BTC has never been trading below the Trololo trend line. So I was pretty confident back in like a late March, right? BTC going to like a 5200, guys. We hit 5200, made a flat correction, and I said like we're going to a 9K. That's it, guys. Going to 9Ks, guys. So we just hit 95. So keep that in mind. And then I'm not expecting any like ascending wedge. Like if we get like an ascending wedge, we most likely after we break it, we're going to be dropping, because altcoin and Bitcoin, they don't make like a ascending wedge during a bull run. They make like a this type of corrective move, just like that, right? So every time you get this corrective move, you're gonna get another small one just like that, or a big one, and they move to the upside, right? So, but I'm not expecting any ascending wedge, something like that. I'm not expecting any of that, right? So, but the drop could be nasty also, just like back in 2018, just like this type of drop. So a reversal, and then another typical cryptocurrency bear market. So, but we don't have like any reversal pattern, guys. We don't have any reversal pattern, guys. We don't have any reversal pattern. So BTC is extremely bullish, man. All these moving averages, man, any moving average you pick just randomly, this is just random, 100 and 200, right? I didn't even mean to put it up there. So you take a look at it, you got your 100 and then your 200 moving averages crossing over on the daily time frame. So even if you go back like on Bitstamp, you take a look at your that's 200 and 150, sorry. You take a look at your 200 and 150. If you go back and see last time you seen this crossover, that was back in that was at the exact bottom, right? Exact bottom, right? And this crossover we got is pretty much clean. It's not even like that, right? It is clean. We got a clean crossover, guys. We got a clean crossover. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. We got a clean crossover, guys. We got a clean crossover. Bitcoin is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish. It is extremely bullish. So people are just sleeping, man. They're just sleeping. They're just sleeping. Let's finalize with the volume, right? Because I'm expecting 1.2 million volumes this month. So let's say 1.1 to 1.2 million, right? So you take a look at the weekly chart. So far we got like 175,000 BTC. Last week we got like 274. Most likely we're not gonna get like 250 unless like we got a lot of volatility. But I'm good with 220, right? Most likely we're gonna get 220 to 230, right? It is okay because on the monthly chart we only need like 250,000 BTC, right? Trading volume left to get like to less than 250. So because we at 800,000 guys, we only need like 200,000 BTC trading volume, right, for next week. So not just next week, but the next like 10 days we need like 200,000 trading volume. So we're most likely gonna get that, right? We're most likely gonna get that because I don't see like the monthly closing. I said it like last week, guys. I said it last week. BTC is extremely bullish. So it is so bullish, guys. As soon as we get to like a 20K, it is going to be moving very fast. I don't see like the monthly chart to be closing like this, guys. Things has to make sense, right? I don't see the monthly chart to be closing like that, right? So most likely like this, because I don't think it's gonna be like that, but because we're gonna get a rejection and most likely we're gonna close below 8,500. I said like we're not gonna be closing 8,500, right? So like if we close below 8,500, BTC gonna be like this. We're gonna get this type of rejection, right? A very undecided candle, most likely like that, right? Like that, yeah. So very bearish candle. It's not going to be good at all on the monthly chart, right? It is not going to be good. So I won't be calling for 20K if like BTC closes below 8,500 like before June 30th, right? I'm definitely going to be calling for a lower number. So but the chart is not calling for a lower number right now. So but most likely we're going to be closing like this, guys. We're going to be closing with a full body candle, not red but green. So keep that in mind, guys. Things has to make sense. I told you guys back in March, BTC is extremely bullish, guys. Extremely bullish. So extremely bullish. So you take a look at the Heiken Ashi also. When you take a look at the Heiken Ashi, we're not getting any tails, right? Any tails, smooth bodies, guys. You take a look at we're getting like a full bodies candles. Like this month, we got a small one, big wick. This one we got a bigger body, and this one we're gonna get a big body, small wick. That's how extremely bullish BTC is, guys. Very bullish, guys. Very bullish. So very bullish, guys. So hopefully next month we're gonna get like a very full body like this next month, right? And that it would take us like at least to 15K to 20K, right? So just like that, guys, just like that. We're gonna get a very full body next month, so keep that in mind, guys. I'm just gonna leave it like this so you guys can remember, right? Because you know, some people, they can remember, they forget very quick. They forget very quick. When we called for 10K BTC when BTC was 4K, guys. So we're gonna get a very full body. If we don't close like below 8,500 this month, we're most likely gonna get a full body candle next week. We're gonna get a full body candle next week. So with at least like, you know, 1 million trading volume. So let's take a look at XZC. We call for this XZC bull run like the first week of June, guys. We call for it. You take a look at XZC, right? Even though XZC is pretty much bullish, you take a look at the weekly chart. Take a look at it, man. This coin hasn't even started. That's just a reversal pattern we just made like on the daily time frame. So I don't want to remove everything, but let's remove. So you take a look at this on the Heikin-Ashi. That's the type of, you know, body candle you're looking for, you know, big tail, big wick, small body. So it is pretty good, right? So you can expect like a XZC, right, to remain very bullish next month, right? You got a big tail, big wick, small body. You know what you can expect, a reversal, right? A reversal, just like BTC. If you go back to BTC, I said it like when BTC was 3,500, we're going to, you know, 10K, guys. We're going to 10K. So XZC is pretty much bullish unless we get some bad news. But you know, we're getting some bearish candle, but this reversal pattern on the Heikin-Ashi, it is pretty powerful, guys. It is pretty powerful. It is pretty powerful. So let's take a look at that's a monthly. So let's take a look at the weekly. So you take a look at the weekly, we're also getting like a smooth body, right? Smooth body. And then you take a look at the weekly also, it is completely over. It is completely still oversold, guys. So you take a look at the volume is pretty low this week. Volume is pretty low, but we still get like a full body candle. So not a full body candle, but a nice body candle. So keep that in mind. So, but we got a very low volume. So we talked about the volume before, like, so price gonna spike to the upside, and then we're gonna be getting some small volume, just like that, right? In a small segment, right? So, and then most people are going to be like, oh, it's going to be dropping. And then all of a sudden you get a big volume to the upside like this. Take a look at it. Another big volume just like that, right? So we talked about it last time, right? So back in March, I explained to you guys like how you're supposed to be looking at volume, not just dropping. So, but these coins are so volatile. Sometimes, you know, these the volume can be spiking up and down, up and down. So keep that in mind. So very shortly. Hey, what's up, BV1W? No, BVM1. Thank you, man. Thank you. So BTC is extremely bullish, guys. BTC is extremely bullish. So I would be accumulating like some low volume, not low volume, but low supply coins right now, because you know, once the bull market start, these coins going to be moving very fast. They're going to be moving very fast just because they got low volume, low supply, not volume, low supply. So keep that in mind. So XZC, I think like, I don't know the supply, but it is very low. It is very low. So it is very low, guys. It is very low. It is very low also. So let me know, guys, what you think down below the comment section. If you think like we're gonna see 20K BTC very shortly. You know, the weekly chart is so bullish, guys. So you know, even though we got some big tail, big wick, small body, luckily I haven't taken a look at it on the weekly time frame on BTC, but we're still bullish. You know, 2 weeks in a row we got some big tail, big wick, small body, but you take a look at it, we didn't get any reversal pattern. That's how strong BTC is. The volume is decreasing, so people are not paying attention, man. The volume is, look at it, look at this, how the volume is decreasing just about this area, right? You're getting a decreasing volume. What can you expect next week or the following week, right? You can expect like a very, just about this area, a very big volume in this area. You know, the next 2 weeks, guys, the next 2 weeks, right? You can expect like a very big volume coming up to push the price up to 12K and 20K. BTC is extremely bullish, guys. We're moving like steadily without some big volume, not big volume, but big candles. You can see like the last 2 weeks, it was taking a break, but you take a look at it. Once we start getting these like a small, you know, these are big body candles with smooth, you know, smooth tails, right? Just like that, no tails basically, but smooth bottom, right? You take a look at it, smooth bottom, guys. We most likely going to 20K, guys. So hopefully the live stream is not that long, but if it is, just try to watch it at 2x. So hopefully it's not gonna be too long. All right, guys, thank you for watching, man. Hopefully you guys gonna enjoy the 20K BTC very soon.